I can't believe I get to wear this thing twice in the same year. Now a lot of you are probably thinking, why would you hold on to a cardboard stovepipe hat for several months in a year? Well, my answer is, why the hell not? This thing has a million uses. Mostly, I just keep candy in it.
Real schoolers, let me just put it out there. I am not the biggest fan of Steven Spielberg. Has he made some iconic films? Absolutely. Has he made some bad films? Oh, you betcha.
And my favorite movie of his is arguably the least Spielberg-esque film he's ever made, Catch Me If You Can.
Maybe that's because Christopher Walken is in it. I think that was my worst one yet.
So when a Spielberg film comes out in theaters, truth is, often I can miss it.
But once in a while, there's one that you just don't want to miss. And I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Canadians know a lot about American politics. Infinitely more than Americans know about us.
The story of Abraham Lincoln is one that I think that any kid in North America should know. A man that while his country was being ripped apart by civil war, somehow brought all of his citizens closer together.
And he was a Republican.
But the film really wasn't about just Lincoln.
Maybe they needed him fighting vampires. I do find it a little ironic though that when Lincoln opened worldwide in theaters, the same weekend, he kind of was battling vampires. If only he could slaughter them all.
But the truth is, it's not a biopic about this famous president. It's a political drama. In fact, it shouldn't have been called Lincoln. I think it should have been called the 13th Amendment. Not that there's anything wrong with that, it's just that the film left me wanting more in a lot of areas. I thought it would show a lot more about the Civil War, about a country trying to hold itself together.
It was in there.
I mean, this is from the filmmaker that's brought us amazing war epics like Schindler's List and Saving Private Ryan. I enjoyed seeing the family life of the Lincolns. The marital struggle of Abraham and Mary Todd and the loss of their son was very interesting to watch. I like the scenes between Daniel Day-Lewis and my man JGL about a father and son trying to connect.
Didn't get enough of that.
I wanted to see more about the personal life of Abraham Lincoln himself. Although we did get a real sense of the gentle, light-hearted, and funny nature of Abraham Lincoln.
Turns out Abe was quite the comedian. But it was great to see because it was so different from what Daniel Day-Lewis has done in recent memorable roles. Forget Bill the Butcher, forget Daniel Plainview. This was a very different role for Daniel Day-Lewis, and I have a lot more respect for him now and his diversity as an actor.
Therein lies the key to Lincoln. It was the acting that really made this film. And while Lewis was solid, he didn't steal the show as he has in the past.
But the truth is, not one actor really stuck out more than anybody else. It was the best example of a true ensemble that I have ever seen. Okay, try to keep up.
David Strathairn was amazing as always. Tommy Lee Jones was perfect. Lee Pace was in it.
Loved him in Pushing Daisies. That show got canceled way too fast.
David Costabile.
He was pretty good in Breaking Bad.
Walter Goggins.
Amazing in Justified. I just got into that show because of Netflix.
Jared Harris.
Dude is good in anything he does, and he's playing Ulysses S. Grant. His American accent needs a little bit of work.
And you still had character actors like Tim Blake Nelson, Jackie Earle Haley, and a cameo by Lucas Haas.
See, and I didn't even have to talk about JGL. Or maybe I didn't want to this time because of that creeper mustache he's got.
So for once, my For the Win doesn't go to somebody who did the best job.
Because like I said, every single cast member was great.
Nor does it go to JGL, because we all see that coming. It goes to my favorite actor. Not of all time, but in this film. James Spader. With such an amazing cast filled with iconic historical characters, James Spader's W.N. Bilbo was the most relatable, the most humorous, and definitely the most memorable. So hats off to you, Mr. Bilbo. The last thing I'll touch on is Spielberg's filmmaking. It wasn't his strongest film by any means, and he really didn't seem to put his own personal stamp on it as he usually does. But you could tell that he was trying to make very specific choices when making Lincoln.
Including not using music whenever there was dialogue. really hammering home how important it was to listen when these people spoke. Not to mention he shut up John Williams for once. That's pretty impressive.
So while the film wasn't exactly what I thought it was going to be, and while I wasn't blown away by the story or Spielberg's direction, the acting is worth your ticket price alone. It may not be Spielberg's best, but it is still an earn it.
No poll question today because I've got a huge announcement. Back by popular demand, School Night. I've had a few requests for this and it's finally back. For my new subscribers, School Night is a live broadcast where we chat about movies. So be sure to join us, blogtv.com. You can follow the link in my sidebar on Wednesday, December 12th, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They've been pretty successful in the past, so if you're new to Real School, join us on blogtv.com and share your opinion about movies. I need your help to make it successful again. So until then, and until next time, school's out.